Hey, welcome back to episode number 8 of Phase 1 of the Ultimate Ironman Progression Series, where the primary goal is to do as many quests as I can. Last episode, we got ourselves our Tier 40 weapon, being the Rune Scimitar, and the upgrade over the Initiate armor set, Proselyte. The goal of this episode is going to be, 1, to keep doing as many quests as we can, or want to do, prioritizing non-member quests until we have that finished up, and any quests that we need to do for these clues, including, as you can see that I have up here, Bon Voyage. This is the first hard clue that I've got on the account from AFK Woodcutting here. We actually have a beginner, easy, medium, and hard to do. So whatever quests we need to do to make those clues happen, we'll go ahead and try to knock out. And also, I'm going to want to make better use of my house this episode, which means getting our hands on law runes. And the best method that I can think of for that is, well, obviously the easy method is going into the wilderness, right? And just risking money to buy them there. But since I need rune crafting levels anyways for the quest cape, I think I need around 55 rune crafting total. And obviously beyond that for the achievement diary, I might as well just do the Guardians of the Rift minigame, because the reward pool from that gives a ton of runes and also a chance at some cash. So why not? And also, since I'm trying to make better use of my house, obviously since I do want to get the law runes, it makes sense to make a portal chamber so that I have better access to fairy rings, and maybe prioritize those portals that take up more law runes, like the Ardorn teleport or something like that. I'm not sure what I'm going to prioritize yet, to be perfectly honest. I'll look at the list of all the teleports and I'll determine which ones are going to be best, because I will only get 3. Other than that, I do want to get Void Knight armor. I think that would be an excellent addition to the armor case. It's not exactly an upgrade over the Proselyte, depending on how you view it. For melee, but it's definitely going to be good for range and magic in the future. So yeah, with that, we're obviously going to prioritize clearing our inventory first. We've been woodcutting for a while. We got up to 63, which is pretty insane, which means that we do have access to the woodcutting guild now. And that's where we can turn in this Samrock egg for a chance at the evil chicken outfit. We'll see, fingers crossed. We also got 3 acorns, which we can plant. It's only level 15, I believe, to plant oak trees, so we'll go ahead and plant those around Gielinor. 5 tomatoes to protect it, really easy. I could probably get those from the Culinoromancer's chest. Just here in the house, got finished with a graveyard random event, which actually ended up completing the zombie outfit. So that is our first fancy dress box random event outfit completed. We have all 5 pieces of that, one of the larger outfits, so that's pretty nice. And there it is, completely storable in the house. We do have one of the emotes, so we'll still be doing that until we have all 3. But that's cool. Outfit done. Just got our beginner, easy, and medium caskets. We're not going to worry about the hard clue for now. That one is kind of tied up with the Bon Voyage quest and being able to kill a Ceradoman wizard, which I'm not really too sure I'll be able to do at this point, so I might just wait until I have Void. But we'll go ahead and open these now. Starting with the beginner, trash as expected. Easy clue, got some law runes, not too bad. And the medium clue, we get a unique, cool. Crier coat, could have been some green boots, but we'll take this fantastic piece of fashion. There's Bon Voyage done, 1 quest point, and access to Fossil Island, 107 quest points total. And next, I guess we'll maybe try to kill the Ceradoman wizard. Not really sure, but we'll either move on to doing some rune crafting or knocking out some non-member quests. And there's Prince Ali Rescue done, 3 quest points, 700 coins, free use of the Alcarid Tollgate, and 110 quest points total. On to the next one. And that's Pirate Treasure. Vampire Slayer done. And just completed the Shield of Rav quest. 1 quest point, 600 coins. I did have to join a a grouping chat in order to get it done. It was pretty simple. It didn't take more than 5 minutes to find somebody else who was a part of the Black Arm gang. I just kind of shouted out that I was ready at the museum for with my 2 certificates, and just let them know what world I was on, and I just kind of waited. Took not long at all. So, and that the grouping was done through the actual grouping, where you can minigame teleport. They have Shield of Rav on there. Some of them are just strictly for grouping. They don't offer teleports, but so yeah, it was pretty simple. You just click on Shield of Rav, it automatically puts you in the chat, and you can talk to other losers with no friends. And after you do the Shield of Rav quest, you can come up here to Historian, what's his name? Minus, and you can claim 5 kudos by telling him a story about what you did with the shield. So right here we're at 110. Once we're done telling the story, we should be at 115, and he'll give us a lamp worth 1,000 experience that we can use on any skill above level 20. So of course we're going to use it on Herbler, and we'll see what level that's going to get us up to level 25 without ever training the skill so far. And we can clean Ranar weeds. I don't think we can make prayer potions until the 30s. I think Ranars are used for something else before then. Let's take a look. Yeah, prayer potions are level 38. I'm not sure what Ranars are used for and why you can clean them at 25, but there isn't a potion here at level 25 that they're used for, so that's kind of strange. But whatever, I won't complain. Anytime I get a Ranar drop, I can at least clean it now, but instead of leaving it on the ground. So what I've decided to do next is runecraft with the Guardians of the Rift minigame. So what that means is I'm going to want to optimize my inventory for it. I don't need to bring cash, so I can go ahead and store that in the coffer at Nightmare Zone. These runes I can actually drop. I'm not going to be getting any. I'm not going to be keeping any of the elemental runes in my inventory just to save on space while I'm doing the minigame. I can buy those later for a pretty cheap cost. There are 3 types of runes during this grind that I will be keeping. So 3 inventory spaces that I'm going to be down throughout, and that is Cosmic, Chaos, and Nature. Maybe Mind. We will see about the Mind runes. They don't sell for anything, but they would be really good magic experience for us at our current state. But I might just not get them, because with the runes that I get from here, I'll honestly probably end up going to Mage Training Arena just to use them up, because obviously I don't want to keep a stack of Cosmics and Natures on me at all times. That would just, especially without the rune pouch, that would just be too much space taken up at this point in the account. So the plan is to kind of go to Guardians of the Rift, either until I'm around 55 rune crafting, which is the max level you need for the quest cape, or until I have one of the outfit pieces. More than likely one of the outfit pieces, because it does take a while to get one. And I kind of have to overcommit probably, because the pearls, the currency for the minigame, are a random drop from the reward guardian there. So I'll have to kind of do what I did at Temperos at the start of this account and just kind of overestimate to kind of guarantee in a way that I get an outfit piece, if that makes sense, to kind of guarantee enough pearls to buy something to store in the house. So that's kind of the game plan. The hard clue, I will try to hold on to this, or I'll try to do it. Let's just try to go and kill a Ceradomon Wizard. I'll gear up in my proselyte. I'll bring some good quality food, an anti-poison, and I'll just try to take the guy down. If I can't do it at this stage in my account, I am combat level 50, and these are my stats. If I can't do it, then I will just probably drop the clue for inventory space for the minigame, because it's not every day that you're in the mood to runecraft, so yeah, we'll just kind of sacrifice that. The hammer and chisel, I'm not sure if I'll need for the method that I'll be doing, but I went ahead and grabbed a rune pickaxe. It was a little expensive. It cost 32k, and it has a buyback price of around 20k, so about a 12k loss, which isn't too bad considering it'll speed up the mining process within there quite a bit. And woodcutting is going so fast for my AFK activity that I'll be back to mining anyways very shortly. We got our proselyte, and we're here at Alphonse the Waiter. This is going to be a very common food source that I use, at least until I have the Champions Guild, even past that, because he sells Karambwan. So I'll be coming here anytime I need combo food, pretty much. So they are a little expensive, but well worth it. So we'll grab a few combo foods for this wizard here. These aren't priced too high. And we'll just keep hopping worlds until we have enough decent food. Alright, let's get our ass kicked real quick. We'll drink up our anti-poison that we got outside Castle Wars. We got a strength potion from Dr. Jekyll. He just somehow knew that we were going to be fighting somebody. We'll go ahead and dig. We will be flicking our prayers. Okay. Oh yeah, that magic's going to get hit hard. Oof. Look at that. Oh, damn it. Alright, we recovered our stuff. Maybe I should try again. I don't know. He killed me pretty quick. So maybe I got unlucky. I know I ate a tick late there, and I just kind of let him one-hit me. So maybe if I stay on top of it, but I feel like once I get delayed and I'm just shoving food down my face, he's just going to keep DPSing me and I'm just going to die again. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe I'll hit way more zeros this time. Maybe he won't use as much magic. Yeah, I'll give it one more solid go. That way I can say that I gave it my best, and we can just move on to rune crafting. So let's see what fucking happens here. Starting off really bad. Yeah, there's some magic. We'll eat early this time. Oh yeah, and I don't have the anti-poison this time, so I'm pretty fucked, I think. Yeah, we're just gonna teleport out because I don't feel like getting my stuff again. There's no way I can kill this guy right now. It's just not feasible. Not without protection prayers, at least. We are poisoned, so we're kind of doomed to die at the moment. So I'll go ahead and minigame teleport. Oh, actually, I got 20 seconds. Once the 20 seconds are up, I'll just minigame teleport to last man standing. Because I can just go in and out of, or I can drink from the pool there, or go in and out of the portal there. Cure this poison. We'll drop my cash off, and we'll just head to Guardians of the Rift. Kind of sucks though. I really wish that I would have been able to do my first hard clue, but yeah, just the way it goes. All right, here we are in the Guardians of the Rift lobby. We'll take a look at the reward shop real quick. As you can see, first and foremost, there's the outfit. I think the hat costs the most at 400 pearls. The body and the legs both cost 350, and the boots 250. So right now, I might just stick around for the longest stretch. Try to aim for 400 pearls so I can get the hat out of the way. Because I believe if I get the hat and then I also get the talismans or whatever, like the combined talismans, the catalytic or the elemental, I can add them to the hat. And then they're just kind of stored there indefinitely, and then I'll put it in my house, and then once I have the full outfit, I'll be able to take that out and go to whatever altar that I want. I'm not sure if you can just do one at a time, or like if you have to have the catalytic one activated or the elemental one activated, but we'll prioritize the catalytic and just store it in the house regardless. The rest of the stuff here, like the Ring of the Elements, that's actually pretty handy for most accounts. I think it gives you like close teleports to all of the elemental altars. Pretty decent. Really good for clue scrolls, I think. But obviously serves no purpose on this account because it's just going to be a ring slot taken up. Most of the time it'd be sitting in my inventory. Useless. Guardian's Eye, that is the pet reskin to make it look like the actual Guardian in this minigame. Obviously not going to get that unless I get the pet and I actually feel like grinding out 3,000 pearls because that's a lot of fucking pearls. And then the rest you can just kind of buy talismans, which I guess is kind of handy if you don't want to go to the abyss to try to get the drop. But I mean, honestly, I don't think anybody would ever spend pearls on these. Like, just go get the drop, you know, like it doesn't take very long, and that's 50 pearls. That's quite a bit of pearls just to buy a talisman. So those are kind of useless. So the only thing that's going to be useful for us is the outfit. So that's what we're going for, at least one piece. And we'll get a bunch of law runes, hopefully some cash along the way. So I just realized after getting here as well, I should probably get my rune pouches, shouldn't I? It allows us to store, let me check pouches here. It allows us to store an extra 9 essence per run in this minigame. And I think that'd be well worth it. Or, I don't know, maybe I should just wait till level 50 to go grab the pouches, because that literally doubles what the medium and the small would give. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll maybe do a couple games without the pouches, see how it goes. If it's really detrimental to my points, I'll go get them. Right, we got 19 Guardian of the Rift kill count so far. We're up to 50 rune crafting, and that means we went to go get our rune pouches. We have the small, the medium, and the large. That's an extra, nine in the large, 6 in the medium, and 3 in the small. So that should increase our points per hour pretty substantially. We've only gotten, you can see in the right here, kind of below the mini map, we have pretty much 40 pulls from the rewards guardian here, with our kill count of 20. Hopefully that will go up, like that ratio will go up with these pouches that we've got. Per game, I was only getting about 2 pulls without pouches in my limited inventory space. So for the rest of this grind, we will only have 1 inventory slot more taken up, and that's when we actually have the rune crafting level to make law runes, which isn't too far off. It's only level 54, so we'll be getting those stacked pretty soon. Not only will we be getting those from the actual minigame itself, but we will pull a bunch from the Guardian at the end. And our goal, in case I didn't make it clear, is 200 pulls. On average, that should get us well above what we need for the hat. We need, what was it, like 450 or something like that, right, for the hat? 400, so even better. Alright, we got a little bit of a clue scroll opening. Was doing some AFK wood cutting. Had to drop the hard claw, unfortunately, but here's a beginner. Trash and an easy. Full studded. Alright, so we're the level, or actually 1 level above what we need for law runes, and I did attempt to go into law guardian thing, altar, whatever you want to call it, and it informed me that I need to do troll stronghold. So we're gonna have to do a quest, actually 2 quests. We have to do Death Plateau first, and then troll stronghold, and then we will be able to actually make law runes here. So once my pouches degrade, I'm gonna head to obviously the mage to repair it, and then from there we're just gonna do those 2 quests, so that the rest of the time that we're here, we can make law runes. Because right now we are at 69 points for each. Nice, that's 69 pulls total out of 200. So still got a while to go, more than half of our grind remaining, so we should make plenty of law runes. You can kind of get a reference for how many runes we're making right here. We have 4 or 15 nature runes, and we've been pretty much making these, well, I guess no, a better comparison would be the chaos runes. We've been pretty much making these the whole time. We've only been able to make 1 of them per essence, so this is kind of comparable to the law runes that we can expect, probably a little beyond, maybe closer to 1,000 at the end of this whole grind, at least that we make, not even from the reward pool. So we'll get pretty close to 1,000 law runes before we even pull from our rewards. So really nice. Alright, our pouch finally degraded. These are the points that we're at. We have 77 pulls total. And we also have, I didn't even realize when I got the level, but we have passed 55 rune crafting. We're at 56 right now. And 55 is what we need for, that's the max rune crafting level that we need for the quest cape. So as far as our goal level wise, for now, we've achieved it. All we need to do now is just get to the point where we have enough reward potential to get enough pearls to then grab an outfit piece and just be comfortable with law runes for an undetermined amount of time, for probably the rest of our questing extravaganza. But in order to make the law runes, obviously I have to go do a couple quests, so let's go do this. Alright, so doing Death Plateau quest, and this damn asshole up here, Tenzing, he wants 21 individual items unnoted, 20 of which are food. So I had 10 trout. I left them up here. Luckily, he had a table in his little hut here, so we were able to throw them down on the table where they will last for 10 minutes. It took me 5 minutes to get back here because I didn't have my minigame teleport on cooldown. So we'll go ahead and drop some things that he doesn't want. What are you talking about? Oh, my shift click is empty. Okay, so drop those things, and then we'll pick up all the fish. I just didn't feel like suiciding That's what I would have had to do if he didn't have this table here. But luckily he does. So that should be everything. Talk to him. And bam. That'll do. Alright, Death Plateau is complete. 1 quest point, 3000 attack experience, some steel claws, new best in slot, the ability to make claws, yeah right. And there's Troll Stronghold complete. 1 quest point, Law Talisman, 118 quest points, and obviously the ability to make Law Runes now. So we can go back to Guardians of the Rift and finish up our grind. Halfway to our goal of 200 pulls from the Reward Guardian. 46 kill count. Or whatever we're doing here, defense count, I don't know. So we can expect to be around 100 KC by the end of this. Alright, we just hit a crazy milestone. We're at 1,000 Law Runes. Way more than I estimated. Admittedly, anytime I see the Law Rune open, I do kind of tend to go towards it, no matter how how much it puts the elemental energy at a detriment. I do make up for it later. I do I do runs with only elemental in it, just to make up for the points, because if you didn't know, the reward points that you get, as you can see here just under the mini-map, it's a 1-for-1 ratio, so you have to have 1 elemental and 1 catalytic in order to get 1 reward pull from the rewards guardian over here. So obviously by the end of this we need to even it out. We need to have an even 200 elemental, 200 catalytic. But that's a ramble beside the point. Crazy milestone, 1,000 Law Runes. We are 61 rune crafting, and we have a while to go. Let me scroll up here and see what my kill count is. 57, and we're at 129 and 128 respectively for each of the categories. So, yep, we'll keep going. Hey, just got 65 rune crafting. That unlocks death runes, but not really, because we don't have access to the altar yet. It's another one locked behind a quest. Big surprise, right? Morning's End Part 2. So quite a ways off that one, but that's alright. We're almost done with this grind anyways. We have just about 185 pulls, so maybe like 7 more games on the horizon. 8. I might just take it to 10. We'll see. But yeah, death runes for the future. Pretty cool. And we did it. 201 reward pulls in total here. As you can see, 201 catalytic and elemental points individually, which gives us exactly 201 pulls. So this is going to take a while to do, I'm sure. I'll just show you what we ended up with. During this activity, you get mining, crafting, and rune crafting experience. Obviously, mostly rune crafting experience. The mining and the crafting is very minimal, but it does add up, especially at lower levels. I did end up getting 1 mining level from 59 to 60, almost 61. So we can now enter the mining guild, which is really nice. Really good place to buy pickaxes. And then we got from like, I want to say we were like either exactly 40 or like low 40s. And now we're 47 crafting, which is great, because I think that was like the only thing holding us back from the, what is that achievement diary? Kandarin, right? The Kandarin headgear. That acts as a light source, as an enclosed light source. So I believe we have the crafting level for that now. You have to make a fish bowl to get a pet fish for that one. So let me just check that real quick. Yeah, it's only 42. So we exceeded that. So cool. So we got some crafting levels. We got 1 mining level, and we got all the way from like 32 or 34 rune crafting, something like that, all the way to 65, to the point where we can make death runes. We actually almost even got 66. So really cool. As soon as we do Morning's End Part 2, we'll be able to make those here next time we come back to this mini game. So awesome. We'll get into opening the rewards. Finally, this took a while to do. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've been just kind of lackadaisy doing it, but good to have it done. We can move on to other things after we claim these rewards. Oh, and by the way, we're going to just do the same thing we did for the Temperos rewards. I'm just going to pretty much play myself, probably ×2 speed, getting all the rewards, and I will commentate at the end of it. Alright, that's the opening done. As you can see, we got a few uniques. The intricate pouch, abyssal needle, abyssal blue dye, and obviously the pearls, which is kind of surprising we didn't get enough of. I thought for sure we'd have enough to get at least 400. Maybe we got like really unlucky with them or something, but we don't even have enough to get like the top or bottom. You need 350 for that. So that's kind of unfortunate. I really don't want to waste close to 100 pearls. So I guess what I'm going to try to do is clear my inventory up a little bit. Maybe go get a looting bag and store some of these runes in there. And just kind of grind out a little more to get enough, because I only need 16 more pearls, right? I mean, that's like 2 to 3 more drops. So we'll probably just do like one game at a time and try to get pearls, but because kind of unfortunate. This abyssal needle is never going to be useful, I think, for this account. First of all, you need 85 road crafting in order to combine all your pouches to begin with, which I'm not about to grind out, and then it would just be -1 inventory space for the rest of your life. So I'll see if I can actually turn this in. Maybe if I'm lucky, I can turn this in for pearls. You know how like some minigames do that? I don't know. I guess not. Fuck, maybe if I talk to him. I really have no clue. More options, maybe? I found it. I'd like to sell you something from the rewards rift. Here we go. What did you have in mind? Yeah, take my blue dye. I'm not going to use this shit. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, cool. This changes a lot. Yep. Please sell that. Awesome. That gives me some pearls. And I didn't see an option for the needle, which is kind of strange. Yeah, weird. Really strange that this can't be traded in. Okay, so cool. So what that means is we're actually relatively close now to being able to get the hat. So I just need 16 more for the hat, right? Yeah. Cool. So we'll probably do that. Like I said, get a looting bag, store some shit in it, and continue with the grind. Oh, and here, before I do anything else, let me go ahead and open up these intricate pouches. You can get some pretty interesting stuff from them. Okay, hard clue and some soul runes. Nice. What do we get? Some cosmic runes, more soul runes. Good money, good money. And some death runes. Nice. Can't really complain. That pretty much just translates straight to cash, these blood and soul runes. So, cool. Okay, so I got my first looting bag in the account from these thugs here. I know I'm kind of behind the times on the Ultimate Ironman looting bag meta. This is what I know. I haven't learned Last Man Standing yet. I know you can get one bag per point there and then just bag up in a safe spot. But we just came here, got it real quick from these thugs. I just kind of hovered over the teleport just in case I saw somebody who had the potential to kill me, which it probably isn't going to be a lot of accounts at this point, let's be honest. But we will have to put some stuff in here. I just got to mess with the settings, and we'll probably just store the runes that I'm not going to be using. And maybe my axe and scimitar, whatnot. Just to have more space for going back getting those last few pearls from Guardians of the Rift. Okay, there we go. Inventory all cleaned up, and everything not needed for the minigame is in the looting bag. So we'll go ahead and check it. And we've got 620k worth of value in here in runes. For some reason I put some nature runes in there. Oh, I had it open when I picked those up in the wilderness. But yeah, that's a good bulk of the loot in the bag. Inventory space saved, so I can continue to do this game for 16 more pearls. And I did my research on the abyssal needle. I talked to all the people who have anything to do with it, and it seems like this is a pretty safe thing to drop. Nobody wants it, nobody needs it. This account will never need it unless I'm like, I don't know, grinding out a ton of wrath runes, like end game stages of this account. I don't know. It's probably never going to be needed. So, see you later. Okay, thank fuck. I only took a few games to get the pearl drop, and luckily the pearl drop was like added to max, so we're pretty close to it. We got like 18 from one pull. So let's go ahead and grab our well-deserved hat. Unfortunately, no catalytic talisman to go with it, but that's okay. That can be done later once we have the full outfit complete in the far, far future. Value 1 hat, 400. Most expensive piece, out of the way. Collection log item as well. And we'll just literally store that. Well, we'll wear it just to give you an idea of what it looks like. Beautiful. And we will store that in our house to not be seen for probably literal years. The next piece of content we plan on tackling is the feud quest. We have the requirements for it, 30 thieving and a recommended 40 combat. But I'm pretty sure the 2 level like 70-ish guys in the quest that we have to fight are safe spottable. So we'll just wreck them with our chaos runes or our death runes. The reason we're going to do that quest next is because it will unlock a mini quest or kind of like a mini game thing. The Rogue Trader, so that we unlock Ali Morsane's shop or whatever, his rune shop. It'll pretty much just allow us to, well, first of all, purchase runes that we otherwise would not have been able to unless we went to the wilderness, like law runes and cosmic runes. I'm especially looking at it for cosmic runes because we have quite a bit of law runes, enough for the foreseeable future. We got almost 3,600 there, so cosmic runes mainly just because we're probably going to end up selling all of these just to clear up an inventory space and just buy them as needed to enchant jewelry that we wear, like our dueling rings. We can just make those whenever we want and not feel bad about using the charges. Get out of here, frogs. No thank you. So yeah, the feud quest to unlock that shop, that rune shop, and also it's the only shop where you can sell runes. Not that you can sell runes in general, but it's the only shop that has basically a capped bottom for sale price, for resale price for runes, if that makes sense. So like once you sell enough, let's just say nature runes, for instance, you sell any other shop, like if you go to a general store, you were to sell them at that general store, the price would just keep going down the more you sold until the price was just worthless. But Ali Morsane's rune shop has a cap where that price is just set. That's what you get for every rune, and no matter how many you sell to him. So that's going to be nice. That's where the money aspect of that Guardians of the Rift minigame comes in. We have a lot of soul runes and blood runes that we really don't have a use for at the moment on the account. So honestly, it's better to just convert that to GP for now. So that's what we're going to do with soul runes, blood runes. Probably we'll keep our death runes. We might do it with our chaos runes. I don't know. We'll see. I might just get magic experience with those, find something to grind out or something. But we'll sell our cosmic runes as well. So that's the game plan. All right, we're going to do something a little ballsy here. There is a method to get stuff out of your looting bag that involves you just destroying it. If you were to destroy it anywhere outside of the wilderness, everything in the bag would just be deleted. But if you are in the wilderness when you do it, everything that is inside will just drop on the ground for you to pick up. This is a nice little strategy to do like early game when you don't really have too much to lose. Otherwise, you would just want to, if you have access to it, you would just want to pretty much death pile in one of those like Hispori or Vorkath, one of those that gives you a nice little interface where you pay to unlock it, and then everything's just neatly there and you can just pick and choose. But this is what we're going to go with. We're just going to destroy it, and we're going to take everything out. And because we do need some of this stuff for the quest that we're going to do, we want our scimitar. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep it how it is. Go buy some runes for now, and do the quest while I have a fairly empty inventory. Because I do have chaos runes, so I could just get a fire staff and kill the 2 level 70 enemies that way. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll hold off on destroying the looting bag, but just so you know, that is a method that you can do, and I'll be showcasing that later. And bye-bye hat. Cool. And there's a few quests done. 1 quest point, 15,000 thieving experience. Blackjack Desert Disguise, not important. 119 quest points total. Most importantly, we have access to the Rogue Trader minigame, so we're going to go ahead and do some Sudoku, talk to Aubrey, and get this shop going. Okay, we did the Rogue Trader mini quest up to the point where we could unlock the rune caches to be able to trade him for non-elemental runes. Here's the shop here, and as you can see, the only runes on us that we want to actually sell right now are the cosmic runes, so we'll go ahead and sell the stack. Right now they sell for 25 each, which is pretty decent. We're starting with 44k, and you'll see that as I sell them, I just sold like 400 right there. If we value them after selling that amount, it still stays at 25, and that's going to be consistent for this entire shop. So that's why this is where we wanted to sell our runes. So I'll sell this stack of cosmic runes, I'll go destroy my looting bag in the wilderness, and I'll come back here and get all the money in the world. Here we are with our looting bag. Yes, I'd like to destroy it. Everything drops to the ground. Snatch it up real quick. We're in a pretty secluded spot, kind of behind the Grand Exchange, so the likelihood of running into anybody here is pretty low. And that's that. Now we will decide on the runes that we want to sacrifice. Body runes may not even be worth selling, we'll see. Let's head to the shop. Okay, here at the shop again. These sell for 1 coin each, so I mean, I guess I might as well, because that's not going to change, right? These are completely useless to us, but we'll get, I don't know, however much we got out of that. Mind runes also only sell for 1k each. I'm not going to cast those, so we'll just delete these. And obviously the blood runes and the soul runes, I don't think I need these either. If I ever do in the future, I can just find ways to get them, I guess. But definitely going to be well worth the cash over keeping them. So let's see what we get from these. Hell yeah, really nice. We're up to 369k. We do still have some funds left at each of the coffers we've been using, the Last Man Standing and the Nightmare Zone. So this isn't all of our cash. I don't know, with this much cash, maybe I'll just make 2 portal chambers, and you know, because if we're going to be carrying around a looting bag, having access to the Mind Altar teleport is actually really nice. Because that puts you right next to the Wilderness Stitch. It's like, here, I'll show you on the map where it's at. It's one of the most convenient teleports for Ultimate Ironman, in my opinion. Probably not very useful for anybody else unless you're making mass mind runes for whatever reason. But yeah, you can put this teleport in your house for the Mind Altar up here, kind of next to the Goblin Village, just above Falador. And it's very, very close to the Wilderness Ditch. It's secluded. It's away from the sweaty PKers in Edgeville. And you don't risk getting spotted from plebs in the Grand Exchange. So it's just ideal. And you can run wherever you want. You can run this way to be more comfortable. Don't get too close to the Chaos Temple. Obviously, there's PKers there looking for bots at points. So yeah, still be careful. It is a wilderness. Although this may be a kind of pointless ramble because the meta currently is Last Man Standing, but that's not going to be my meta until I learn Last Man Standing. I don't know when I want to devote the time to that. Maybe I'll try out a game sometime soon. But for now, this is a high priority for me, is the Mind Altar teleport. Some other good ones are going to be literally any teleport that puts you close to a fairy ring. There are a couple good ones that come to mind, one being the Salve Graveyard, and the other being the Battlefront teleport. So Salve Graveyard, if you don't know, nope, I'm writing Salve first. Maybe that's not the name of it. Let's just type in Canifis. Yep, let's go there. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it is Salve Graveyard. I guess it's just not labeled on their map. That's just the name of the teleport. But yeah, this is the teleport with the fairy ring very close by. The only downside to this one is at lower levels, which I am, it teleports you into the middle of a bunch of ghouls, which will aggro onto you, and if you're not paying attention, let's say you teleport and then just kind of go AFK for a little bit, could potentially get KO'd. And plus, I think it is further away, technically, space-wise, to the fairy ring than the Battlefront is. So let's It's not Battlefield, is it? I thought it was Battlefront. Yeah, Battlefront. Actually, no, Battlefront is further away. Okay. That's... okay. So, yeah, it's literally like twice the distance. So, but both are upgrades over the current method that I'm using, which is the Ardoin Cloak and just walking over to the Tower of Life. That one's kind of inconvenient because it is a far walk, plus you got to walk around the trees. So I want to get rid of that regardless. I guess I just have to kind of weigh which one is going to be better, like utility-wise. Obviously, the Battlefront is really nice just because of its location. It's on the other side of Korend in the Kebos Lowlands. It puts me very close to the Farming Guild, very close to Lizardmen, if I get that as a Slayer task in the future, and it gets me close to Mount Korlum. How do you say that? Karlum. Which obviously is a pretty good Slayer boss if you're just looking for milestone tasks like 10th and 50th and 100th, stuff like that. And also if you're hunting Brimstone Keys for whatever reason. I'll have to think about it because obviously I'm going to have limited teleports. They're like in my house physically. More than likely I'm going to make 2 portal chambers like I said, so I'll have 6. I'll get back to you. I'll kind of form a plan, make a list. I'll stop rambling, and I'll get back to you when I actually have an idea of what I want to put there. Okay, we made it. Let me show you my questing fort. It's not pretty, but it'll get the job done for the majority of our quests. We spent a total of 150k on rooms alone, new rooms. 2 portal chambers, 100,000 each, and 1 chapel at 50,000. So this will be good, so that anytime we teleport to our house, we can just refresh our prayer here and head through any of these portals. So this first room over here to the east is going to be our basic teleports, right? So obviously I tried to avoid the teleports, like prioritizing teleports that that use earth and air runes as a combination, because that would just be a waste. I have to carry the zombie anyways to teleport to my house. So with that being said, my choice for the first room was Varrock, so that I don't have to carry fire runes on me at all times. Falador and Ardoin, both so I don't have to carry water runes on me. And the Ardoin one is nice because every time you teleport there, it costs 2 law runes. So we're just kind of cutting the law rune consumption in half for that one specifically. And in our portal chamber to the west over here, these are going to be mostly utility function. That's how I separated it. So the Mind Altar, obviously to quickly bag some items if I have a looting bag, because it's close to the Wilderness Ditch, as I mentioned before. The Drainer Manor portal, that's just an all-around nice one. I debated even putting this one in and just leaving it blank, but I just figured since I don't have an Amulet of Glory, I can just teleport to Drainer and just run south a little ways, you know, because it's so inconvenient to get to that little town in general, and this will just kind of alleviate that. And lastly, we've got Battlefront. I did choose Battlefront over Salve Graveyard, even though Salve Graveyard is closer, just for convenience factor of being on the literal other side of the world. Nice to have a teleport out there, and I also won't be getting spawn killed by ghouls when I teleport in there. So this is subject to change, obviously. Like if it gets too annoying, maybe, or if I don't use the Drainer one enough, maybe I'll put the Salve Graveyard in just to have that closer teleport to a fairy ring. But and I'll show you what I mean. This is what I'm going to be working with instead of using the Adorn Cape for my fairy ring needs. I will just teleport here. Nothing attacking me, and it's pretty much a straight shot over to the fairy ring. A lot nicer, a lot easier. We're close to Mount Korlum, and close to the Farming Guild, which we don't have access to yet, but nice. Here we are back at the Teaks for another AFK session. We're going to be wrapping up the video here. I know I had some other goals for it, like getting Void Knight armor, but that's probably honestly going to be its own video on its own, because I got more than enough content from this Guardians of the Rift grind It took a lot longer than I expected, and we got quite a bit of rewards to show for it. Get out of here, Captain Aronov, whatever. Obviously, our law runes front and center. We have close to 3,000 to show for it after everything, after spending all of the runes on our portal chambers. Gonna be really nice for questing, getting around. We got a ton of cash because we spent just 250,000 straight up cash on 3 new rooms in our house, and we still have 170,000 to show for it, which is more than what we had in both of our coffers combined before starting the Guardians of the Rift grind. So great. Runes are looking good, cash is looking good. For the next video, we will probably actually delve into doing some pest control. Probably focus it around Void Knight armor and just getting melee upgrades in general, getting our combat up, just getting beefier, you know, for these quests, getting ready for that Dragon Scimitar or whatnot, and for maybe a potential Slayer grind to get our rune pouch, because as you can see, we have quite a bit of runes in our inventory right now. These Chaos runes are pretty temporary. I will be probably just using them to get magic experience, because right now we are level 51 magic, and having level 55 would be really nice. And being within that range, within a boostable range to 57, to be able to enchant diamond jewelry and get ourselves an amulet of power would be fantastic. So with that, I'll leave it there. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you liked it, do what you want, and I will see you in the next one.